Have you ever wondered what life will feel like if you wind up alone in old age? Many individuals don't consider it until it happens. When family members relocate, companions pass away, and daily existence becomes quieter than ever before. The reality is, aging alone can be one of the most challenging experiences, but it doesn't have to be unbearable. In fact, with the proper mindset and daily practices, you can create a fulfilling and meaningful life even when you're by yourself. In this video, we're going to discuss 5 essential things you must do every day if you find yourself growing older alone. These practices are not just about occupying time. They are about maintaining mental sharpness, physical vitality, emotional resilience, and truly savoring your days. The distinction between loneliness and peaceful solitude often comes down to the small decisions you make each day. If you want to prevent misery, regret, and emotional isolation, stay with me until the conclusion. These 5 things might just transform the way you approach aging, helping you construct a life that is rich, rewarding, and completely your own. Now let's begin. Number 1, establish a daily routine. Awakening without a plan for the day can leave you feeling adrift, unmotivated, and disconnected from life. As you age, having a structured daily routine is one of the most effective ways to maintain a sense of purpose and direction. A routine is not about filling your day with meaningless activities. It's about giving yourself a reason to get up in the morning, a sense of stability, and a rhythm that keeps life moving forward. One of the biggest errors people make when they grow older is letting time slip away. Without work, family responsibilities, or social commitments, the days can blend into each other, making it easy to fall into boredom and isolation. But when you create a daily structure, you take command of your time rather than letting time control you. Your routine doesn't have to be rigid or complex. It simply needs to include elements that make you feel good, keep your mind engaged, and maintain a sense of equilibrium. A strong morning routine is particularly important. It sets the tone for the remainder of the day. Rising at the same time, making your bed, having a nutritious breakfast, and spending time outdoors in the fresh air can do wonders for your mental and physical well-being. Take Maria, a 76-year-old retired educator. After her husband passed away, she found herself waking up at irregular hours, skipping meals, and spending excessive time sitting in front of the television. She felt like the days were slipping away and the loneliness was overwhelming. But after deciding to create a daily schedule, everything transformed. She started waking up early, taking a brief walk in the morning, cooking her own meals, and scheduling phone calls with family members in the afternoon. Her days became more structured. Her mind felt clearer, and she no longer felt like she was simply waiting for time to pass. A routine keeps you anchored, especially when life feels uncertain or lonely. It eliminates the sensation of emptiness by ensuring that every day has a flow, a purpose, and a sense of progression. Even the simplest habits, such as watering plants at a designated time, listening to music in the evening, or journaling before sleep, can bring a profound sense of comfort and normalcy. If you ever feel like the days are slipping away or that life lacks structure, start small. Document a morning routine. Plan your meals. Set aside time for hobbies or relaxation. The key is to make conscious choices about how you spend your time rather than letting life happen to you. A well-planned routine doesn't just fill your day. It gives your life a sense of order, meaning, and forward momentum. Number 2, prioritize physical movement. One of the biggest mistakes individuals make as they age is slowing down too much. While it's natural for the body to change over time, staying physically active is the closest thing to a fountain of youth. It's not just about appearing fit, it's about keeping your body strong, your mind sharp, and your independence intact. When you cease moving, you start losing muscle, flexibility, and energy, which can lead to a decline in overall health. But here's the good news. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights to stay active. Simple, consistent movement every day makes a tremendous difference. A short walk, gentle stretching, or even just standing up and moving around frequently can enhance circulation, strengthen muscles, and keep your joints flexible. The goal is to keep your body engaged so that everyday activities like getting out of a chair, ascending stairs, or carrying groceries stay easy and effortless. Take Thomas, a 78-year-old retired accountant. After retiring, he became less active, spending more time sitting and less time on his feet. Initially, he didn't notice any changes, but over the years, simple tasks like bending down to pick something up or walking for extended periods started feeling more difficult. He thought, I'm just getting old. But after joining a local walking group and starting light stretching every morning, he felt a difference almost instantly. His energy improved, his posture got better, and he even started sleeping more soundly at night. Physical movement is a daily necessity, not an occasional activity. Even if you have limited mobility, there are always ways to stay active. Chair exercises, water aerobics, or even standing up and sitting down multiple times in succession can help keep your body strong and your blood flowing. The key is to make movement part of your routine, just like eating or sleeping. Another benefit, exercise is one of the best ways to safeguard your brain. Studies have shown that physical activity can help reduce the risk of cognitive decline and dementia. When you move, you're not just strengthening your muscles. You're improving circulation to the brain, reducing stress, and keeping your mind engaged. If you've been inactive for a while, start small. A 5-minute walk, a few gentle stretches in the morning, a bit of light housework that keeps you on your feet. The key is to be consistent. The more you move, the easier it becomes. And before you know it, you'll feel stronger, healthier, and more energized every single day. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating quality content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, stay socially engaged. One of the hardest aspects of aging alone is the gradual diminishment of social connections. Friends relocate, family members get occupied with their own lives, and it becomes easier to spend more time alone. But isolation is one of the biggest threats to both mental and physical health. Research has shown that loneliness can be just as harmful as smoking or obesity, increasing the risk of heart disease, depression, and even cognitive decline. The good news, you don't have to accept loneliness as part of aging. Staying socially engaged is a choice, and it's one of the most crucial daily habits you can develop. Even small social interactions, a brief phone call, a conversation with a neighbor, or a friendly exchange at the grocery store, can make a difference in your emotional well-being. Human connection is a fundamental need, and maintaining relationships should be just as much of a priority as eating well or staying active. Take Susan, an 80-year-old widow. After her husband passed away, she found herself spending more and more time alone, watching TV and waiting for the phone to ring. She told herself that her children were busy, that her friends had their own lives, and that she didn't want to be a burden. But as the months passed, she started feeling more and more disconnected, and even the smallest tasks felt overwhelming. That all changed when she made the decision to reach out. She started calling an old friend once a week, joined a local senior group, and even signed up for an online book club. Within a few months, she felt more alive, more engaged, and more connected than she had in years. Social engagement doesn't have to mean large events or big gatherings. It's about small, meaningful connections that remind you that you're part of something greater. Whether it's sending a text message, inviting a friend for coffee, or joining a group that shares your interests, the key is to make socializing a daily habit. Even if you don't have close friends or family nearby, technology makes staying connected easier than ever before. Video calls, online forums, and social media allow you to engage with others no matter where you are. Many seniors have found that joining online communities gives them a sense of belonging, even if they aren't physically surrounded by people. The world is more connected than ever. You just have to be willing to take the initial step. The truth is, loneliness isn't about being alone. It's about feeling disconnected. And the best way to combat that feeling is to make an effort to engage with the world every single day. The more you reach out, the easier it becomes, and before you know it, you'll have a network of people who bring joy, conversation, and purpose into your life. Number 4, keep your mind stimulated. One of the biggest mistakes people make as they age is letting their mind slow down alongside their body. Many assume that cognitive decline is just a natural part of getting older. But in reality, your brain thrives on stimulation. Just like your muscles weaken without movement, your brain can lose sharpness if it's not actively engaged. The good news, you have the ability to keep your mind strong, alert, and full of curiosity no matter your age. Keeping your brain active isn't about doing complicated puzzles or learning something overwhelming. It's about engaging in activities that challenge your thinking, introduce fresh ideas, and keep your curiosity alive. Reading, learning a new skill, playing strategy games, writing, or even having deep conversations are all ways to keep your mind sharp and your memory strong. Take David, a 74-year-old former engineer. After retiring, he found himself watching TV all day, feeling like his mind wasn't as sharp as it used to be. He noticed he was forgetting minor things, where he left his keys, what he planned to buy at the store. Concerned about losing his mental sharpness, he made a simple change. He started reading again, doing crossword puzzles in the morning, and taking an online class in photography. Within weeks, he felt a difference. His focus improved. He felt more engaged, and he even had new topics to talk about when he socialized. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. One of the best ways to keep it active is to challenge yourself with something new. Learning an instrument, trying a novel hobby, or even switching up your routine can force your brain to create new connections, keeping it flexible and resilient. And it's not just about mental sharpness. Engaging your brain also helps prevent feelings of boredom and depression. When you're learning, creating, or problem solving, you feel a sense of accomplishment. That sense of progress, no matter how small, gives you a reason to look forward to each day. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating quality content to inform and inspire you. Now let's proceed. Number 5, practice gratitude and reflection. One of the most powerful things you can do every day to maintain a sense of peace and happiness is to practice gratitude. As we age, it's easy to focus on what we've lost: people, opportunities, youth, and even health. But shifting your focus to what you still possess can completely transform your mindset. Gratitude isn't about ignoring life's challenges. It's about choosing to recognize the good that still exists, even in difficult times. The simple act of reflecting on what you're grateful for every day can elevate your mood, reduce stress, and even improve your physical health. Research has shown that people who regularly practice gratitude experience lower levels of depression and anxiety, sleep better, and feel a greater sense of purpose. And the best part, it's free, simple, and only takes a few minutes a day. Take Patricia, a 79-year-old retired nurse. After losing her husband, she found herself dwelling on the loneliness, replaying memories of the past, and feeling like life had lost its meaning. But everything transformed when she started keeping a gratitude journal. Every morning, she wrote down 3 things she was thankful for. Sometimes significant things, like her grandchildren's visits, and sometimes small things, like a warm cup of tea. Over time, her perspective shifted. She still missed her husband, but instead of focusing on what she had lost, she began cherishing what she still had. Reflection is just as important as gratitude. Taking time each day to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and process your thoughts can help you feel more centered and at peace. Whether it's through prayer, meditation, or simply sitting outside and appreciating the world around you. Daily reflection allows you to clear your mind, reduce stress, and focus on what truly matters. If you've never practiced gratitude before, start small. Each morning or evening, take a moment to think about 3 things that made you smile that day. Maybe it's a favorite song, a delicious meal, or a kind word from a stranger. The more you train your mind to focus on the good, the easier it becomes to find joy in everyday life. Life will always have challenges, but your happiness isn't about what happens to you. It's about how you choose to respond. Make gratitude and reflection a daily habit, and you'll discover that even in solitude, you are never truly alone. Final thoughts. As we conclude this video, take a moment to reflect on these 5 daily habits. Aging alone doesn't mean living in loneliness. It's the small, intentional choices you make every day that determine whether you feel isolated or fulfilled. Whether it's establishing a routine, staying active, engaging socially, keeping your mind sharp, practicing gratitude, or giving to others, Each of these habits has the power to transform your daily life into something meaningful, rich, and rewarding. The reality is we cannot always control our circumstances, but we can control how we respond to them. Life will always change and people will come and go, but your ability to create joy, purpose, and connection remains entirely in your hands. If you commit to these habits, you will discover that being alone does not have to mean being lonely. You still have so much to offer, so much to enjoy, and so many reasons to embrace each day with hope. If today's video resonated with you, ask yourself, which of these 5 things can I start doing today? You don't have to change everything all at once. Even the smallest step in the right direction can create a ripple effect that changes your entire perspective on life. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating quality content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.